Welcome to
PCC.
PCC
Plot, Characters, and Comedy.
with our host, BruhLukey Studios.
And Cowboy Dino.
Today's episode of PCC is gonna be Shrek 1.
Yes, Shrek 1. We are going to do the other Shreks.
Yeah, Spider-Verse, well, didn't get popular, but who cares? We're still doing this.
Yeah.
And no one's gonna watch this video, even though we spent a lot of work, but not many games.
Yeah, we spent a lot of time doing this, but
And no one's gonna watch it. Thank you, guys.
really appreciate it.
Yeah, we lost all our confidence.
Shrek.
Alright, wait, are we doing characters now?
Yes.
Alright, let's go. Characters. So, for characters, I don't know what to say.
Okay, characters. So we have our main three, Shrek, Donkey, and Fiona. Then we also have our villain, antagonist, Lord Farquaad, and the dragon, which is a smaller antagonist that's not exactly an antagonist at the end. And then we have two, side character, Pinocchio and Gingy.
Wait a minute, and then you guys might be thinking, wait a second, is that Pinocchio from Disney? Nope. Different Pinocchio, at least I think.
Yeah. So Shrek, I just skipped the slide to comedy.
Wait,
no, not yet. No, I accidentally did it.
Oh, great job.
So Shrek is our protagonist.
Obviously.
It
literally says his name in the movie.
Yep. And our antagonist is Lord Farquaad. What would you say out of these 7 characters? I'm pretty sure. Out of these 7 characters, who's your favorite?
Donkey.
I would agree. Donkey is the greatest.
Funny.
So we both, as you can see, we both
gave the characters 10 out of 10s.
Yes.
Even Pinocchio likes it. Like, he's looking at my review.
Exactly. He's like beautiful.
Yeah. And the dragon's looking at yours.
Yeah. Or maybe Donkey. I can't tell.
Shrek's happy because we gave it 10 out of 10. And the villain's suspicious about it.
Yeah.
And Fiona's like, here's Johnny.
Ben
is happy. Okay, let's just move on.
Wait. We should talk about each character. So Shrek, obviously, as the protagonist,
obviously.
he obviously has the most, character development and stuff. Donkey, he's the sidekick, so he's there for comedy. But he still is my favorite character.
Like every single sidekick, but he's actually one of the best sidekicks.
Yeah. Fiona, the love interest, and she's cool. But she's not super special or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Lord Farquaad, I think he's a pretty good villain.
Yeah.
I think he's a good antagonist.
But if we made a DreamWorks villain tier list, how would we rank him in the tier list?
He's not very powerful. He doesn't really do anything, and he gets killed by a dragon.
Yeah.
He dies. He dies, and he doesn't really do much other than he did almost succeed in marrying Fiona, though, which was his goal. So I think he was almost successful, but he's not very powerful or dangerous.
Yeah, he just wants to marry someone that Shrek wants to. That's really it.
Yeah. And the dragon is... it's cool that she appears in the end, but, it's kind of annoying that we don't see her, but she wouldn't have fit anywhere in the
I
story.
Didn't realize, could the dragon have been foreshadowing How to Train Your Dragon?
Possibly.
I did just realize that.
Does that movie come out after?
No, but it came out like 10 years later, I think.
10 years later? I don't know.
It might have been foreshadowing, I don't know. And then, did you talk about the dragon already?
Yeah.
And then our side characters are just there for more comedic purposes. But they're not comedians. Why did I say comedic?
Where'd Donkey go? First of all, we had a picture right here, of Donkey saying, and in the morning, I'm making waffles.
Yeah, where'd he go?
I don't know.
But we have, when you find out DreamWorks is making a Shrek reboot of Shrek 5. This
does not fulfill the prophecy.
The Muffin Man. Yes, I know the Muffin Man who lives on
Drury Lane. Well, she's married to the Muffin Man. The Muffin Man? The Muffin Man! I think...
I'll get the picture. Keep talking.
Okay. So, for the comedy in this movie, it's supposed to be immature. And, like, that's kind of the whole point of it. And some of the jokes are just not that funny to me.
Yeah.
Like...
It's for kids.
Yeah. And even though I am a kid, I just don't love that kind of humor.
What the heck? No, I don't want to go to school.
But I think...
Technical difficulties.
But technical difficulties on BruhLukey's end. But,
It's not letting me press copy.
Anyways, for the movie is supposed to...
No pace. Let's just pretend there's a donkey picture there.
Yeah. This movie has a lot of funny moments that I would laugh at, and I did laugh at, and that are good. And the movie is a comedy movie. It's a comedy animation film. And I think they did that pretty successfully. But some of the jokes aren't, like, that funny to me.
Yeah. As you can tell, I gave it a 7.5 out of 10, and Cowboy Down gave it a 7.3.
Yes. I gave it a 7.3 because I'm fancy.
But I think there's a bit more, I think there's, like, more funnier, like, not much, but, like, a bit more funnier moments than Cowboy Down's talking about. Like, in the beginning where he's just taking a dump in the swamp.
Yeah.
Alright, plot, here we go.
Oh! There's the in the morning I'm making waffles. Okay. Oh, it's because you put the animation on it. You put the animation on it. Yes. When you're like, oh, you can animate the photos? Let me put some animation on it. And now we thought it was missing. Okay, and in the morning, I make waffles.
Alright, the plot. Yep, you can tell.
This took way too long for you guys to not appreciate it. So appreciate it. Appreciate how many photos we had to copy and crop.
Alright.
Anyways, back to the plot.
Alright, in the beginning, here's the part that everyone remembers, some copyright strike.
Buddy.
Okay, yeah.
The world.
That part, and, Shrek was eating, I think that took place on the same part.
Yes, so it's in All-Star, and so, obviously, he starts off all alone in a swamp, eating alone, enjoying himself. The people try to come kill him, and he's like, this is the part where you run away.
Yeah.
And then we go to the fairy tale creatures. Donkey is trying to be sold to Lord Farquaad, and then he runs into Shrek. Shrek scares off the guards. Donkey follows Shrek home. And
Shrek didn't like Donkey at first.
Yeah. Shrek thinks Donkey's annoying. He comes home. Fairy tale creatures are in his place. Lord Farquaad talks to Gingy and gets the mirror. He's like, "Oh, Fiona, I want to marry Fiona." So Shrek goes to Lord Farquaad's place.
Castle.
Yeah. And fights people, and then he's hired to go rescue Fiona from the castle so Farquaad can marry her.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And in the sunflower field, they're talking about how ogres are like onions. That's a terrible Shrek voice.
And then they're crossing the bridge right here.
Yeah, they get to Fiona's castle tower.
I just say how good this picture was? It was a really good picture.
Can we just recognize how beautiful this picture was?
It was a good image found.
They work together for once. Yeah. Shrek and Donkey work together to get Fiona out of the castle. Get Fiona out of the castle. She's like, "Wow, you're an ogre. Wow, I thought you'd be a prince." Then they're heading back to Duloc, and
they're at the moon.
Staring at the moon.
That's another.
Donkey finds Fiona as a ogre. And Shrek listens in on some of the conversation while about to give Fiona a sunflower, but all he hears is no one would fall in love with the creature or something like that. I'm not sure what the exact quote is. Yeah, no one could love an ogre, and he thinks that Fiona is talking about him. So then Fiona's like, "Huh, I don't care about you, I'm going to go marry Lord Farquaad." So then another song that we would get copyright stricken if we sang or played plays.
YouTube's copyright system is broken.
And then Farquaad and Fiona are about to get married when boom, Donkey, Shrek, and the dragon crash the wedding, and Lord Farquaad gets eaten by the dragon. Yay!
Yeah.
Wow, she's an ogre. She's an ogre, and Shrek didn't even know. And yeah, she's an ogre. Shrek didn't even know, but she's gonna stay as an ogre. And yay, they live happily ever after. And another copyright strike song will play. The end. They drive off in an onion.
What a great ending to character development for Shrek.
Yes.
At first he looked angry, and then when he got to meet Fiona, he actually turned to a pretty good character. Now,
see that angry face? And see that happy face?
Yeah. Now, I'm not comparing this movie to Cars 1 at all. But,
nor should you.
It's kind of like that, but I feel like Cars 1 had more of that.
What? Okay. I mean, I kind of get it, but McQueen is... I know we're not talking about Cars 1, but McQueen is more of a jerk, whereas Shrek just wants to live alone in peace.
Censor beep. Beep. We'll be right back. Beep. Alright, now let's get to our reviews of the plot. 10 out of 10 by me and 10 out of 10 by Cowboy Dino.
Yes. Oh, didn't mean to turn on the tips. Sorry there. Okay, so overall. I would rate Shrek a 9.7 out of 10.
And I would rate it a 9.6 out of 10. Now, the reason why everything was great, except for the comedy was lacking a bit.
It's, okay, there's a lot of funny moments, like, a lot, that are actually funny, but, like, sometimes I feel like they were trying too hard, but also they weren't trying too hard because it is a comedy movie. I don't know. It's like, it's confusing. But I think overall it's really good. I think there's character development, and if the Shrek series just ended right there, I would be happy. But no, they had to make Shrek 2. They had to make Shrek 2. They just had to continue it because it made money.
Speaking of Shrek 2, that will be our next review.
Yes, that will be our next review.
That's all, folks.
And,
That's all, folks.
and that's all, folks. Thank you for watching / listening to PCC, plot, characters, and comedy. Comment down below what your opinions are on plot, characters, and comedy.
Review will be Shrek 2.
Next review will be Shrek 2.